to with Mr. Adams. How to with Mr. Adams. How to.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of How To with Mr. Adams. Today we are talking about sales tax and discount. If you have not already, make sure you've clicked on the Pear Deck link and you are following along as you watch the video. And of course, you can pause the video at any time and go to Pear Deck to input responses as you are prompted. What I want you guys to do right now in your notes is to write this title right here, sales tax and discount. This is 5.4, I think. So 5.4, sales tax and discount. What you're going to be learning today is how to calculate sales tax and discount. You guessed it. So you've already copied down the title. If you need to pause it, go ahead and pause it, and we're going to move on. All right, so we're going to go shopping today. Wouldn't it be nice if whenever you went to a store and you saw a price, that the price you saw was actually what it cost? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. Whenever you go shopping, it'll tell you a price, and usually there's a tax that goes on top of that. Now, how much that tax is going to be really depends on where you are in the world. If you're in Alberta, it's different than BC, and if you're in the United States, it could be different. If you're in another country, it could also be different. That's what we're going to look at first, is how to calculate sales tax, as long as you know what the tax percentage is. Now, let's first of all look at this situation that our friend Math Joke Guy came across.
Oh, hello there, Math Joke Guy. It looks like you're shopping today. Well, I hope you have a good time shopping, Math Joke Guy. And thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of How To with Mr. Adams. Let's take a look and see what Math Joke Guy is up to today. Well, if you didn't know, he is shopping, but Math Joke Guy is an avid surfer. He loves to surf, as you can tell by the way he dresses. From his countless YouTube subscribers, he has earned bags and bags of money. Every Friday morning, he goes shopping. On this particular day, he had a great idea. I'm going to buy a new surfboard to add to my quiver, he thought. In case you didn't know, quiver is surfer slang for all of his surfboards, where he keeps all the surfboards, kind of like a quiver of arrows. Anyways, so off to the surfboard store he went. Once he arrived at Surfs R Us, he noticed that the boards he wanted were $240 each, plus tax. My first check was for $245. Do I have enough money? He thought to himself. Let me help you out, Math Joke Guy.
Now let's calculate how Math Joke Guy would find out if he had enough money in order to buy a surfboard. He is an avid surfer, loves to surf. Hopefully he can buy a new surfboard. Now, it said in the question that he had $245. He had $245, and each surfboard costs $240. Let's write that down right now. So, if you haven't already, there is the question right over here on this slide. Make sure you write that down, the whole thing, so you have this in your notes. Notice how it says notes on it. Surfs R Us sells surfboards for $240 each, plus tax. In Surfsville, Surfington, the sales tax is 13%. What I want you to do is calculate how much, or I want you to find out if you have enough money, if you only have $245. Math Joke Guy, he earned a big check from his YouTube subscribers and advertisements on YouTube. So he earned $245 last month. Can he buy a new surfboard? Let's figure that out. Now, how we're going to do this is we need to find the total price. All right. To find out the total cost of a surfboard, you are going to first need to, let's write this down. You've written down the question, so we want to find out the total cost. You are writing this down, please. So the total cost of the item is going to be the cost of your item plus the tax. Now, how we figure out the tax is, well, we need to know what the tax rate is for that place you're in. And in Surfington and Surfington, the tax rate is 13% on items such as a surfboard. Now, how we figure out what is 13% of our cost? Well, we've been doing that in our previous units. So our tax is going to, we're writing this all down. We know the total cost, I'm just going to write T for total cost, is going to be my cost, which is $240 for a surfboard. Yep, $240. Plus, now the tax. How do we figure out what the tax is? Well, I know the tax rate is 13%. So we're going to write that down, 13%. Now, in order to find out 13% of our cost, we need to multiply those numbers. So I'm going to take 240 and multiply that by 13%. And that's going to give us our tax. This is our tax right here. Okay? Let's go ahead and do that. So we have 240 plus, now 13% of 240. I won't make you figure that one out without a calculator for now. So we're going to multiply that by 13%. Now, before you can multiply by 13%, if you don't recall, we're going to change that percent into a decimal. What is 13% as decimal? That's right, 0.13. So 240 times decimal 13. That's 13%. When we multiply that all out, so we have $240 plus, now 240 times 0.13, if we put it into a calculator, you would have ended up with 31.2. Add that all together, and we find our total cost is $271.20. So looking back, now have I answered the question? No, I haven't answered the question yet. Remember, always look back at your question when it's a word problem to make sure you have solved the problem. The question asks, right over here, do you have enough money, does Math Joke Guy have enough money to buy a surfboard? Well, he only had $245. So no, he is short by a good chunk of change. Math Joke Guy is going to probably be sad that he doesn't have enough money to buy his surfboard. Let's go check in with Math Joke Guy.
Math Joke Guy determined that he did not have enough money. He was sad. He then called for the manager. He politely asked the manager for a discount. Well, look at that. Looks like there's actually a sale. Now let's figure out if Math Joke Guy has enough money to pay for a surfboard after he receives a 20% discount.
All right, well, it looks like Math Joke Guy is actually going to get a discount of 20%. Well, that's fantastic. Let's now find out how to determine what your discount price is going to be. Make sure you write down the question in your notes, so you have something to reference to when you're doing your own work. Here's our discount. In order to determine our discount, so pause it right now if you need to write down the question. Well, a discount is going to be your cost of the product that you're buying. And we need to multiply that. There's a couple ways you can do it. I'm going to show you two ways. The first way is we're going to take our cost and multiply it by the discount. Times, and he was getting 20% discount. Okay? Now, what this is going to give us is $240 times 20%, which is 0.20. Okay, 20% as a decimal is 0.20. When we multiply those together, we are going to get 48. Now, is that the right answer? You have to think to yourself, does that make sense? Just $48, is that going to be my new price for a surfboard? Well, that's a pretty good discount if it's originally $240 and is on sale for $48. This is not my discounted price. This is just the discount that I'm receiving. So in order to determine the discount, we need to take our cost, multiply by the discount. If you want to know what the new price is, the new price is going to be our original cost minus the discount. So we take our original cost, $240, and minus $48, which is going to leave us with $192. All right. Now that is his discount. Does he have enough money? That's what the question's asking. Do you have enough money to buy one? Well, $192 is not your cost with tax. Going back to our previous one, we're going to have to figure out what is our cost with tax. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Oh, actually, sorry, I wanted to show you the second way. So the first way was to figure out our discount. If you wanted to skip from our discount just straight to our new price, well, if I'm taking off 20%, that means I have 80% left over of my original cost. So if you want to take a shortcut and you just want to skip to the new price without figuring out the discount, well, we can do it like this. New price is going to be the original cost times 1 minus your discount. Okay, I couldn't fit it in there. 1 minus the discount. So our original cost is $240, and it's times 1 minus 0.2. 20% was our discount. So what's left of 20? If we take away 20%, we're left with 80%, which is 240 times 0.8. When we multiply 240 by 0.8, we get 192. So that was the second way to do that. We can skip from finding our discount, which was a little bit slower, unless the question's asking, what's the discount? Well, yes, the discount's $48. What's the new price? We'll take your original price and subtract your discount. That's how you get your new price. However, if you just need the new price, just subtract whatever your discount is from 100%, or 1 minus, if we're just using decimals. 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. 0.8 is 80%. So 240 times 0.8, $192. That is not our new price though, because if you do not recall, and it says right over there that the tax is 13%. Tax is 13%. So to find our total cost, we need to take 192 and multiply it by 13%, which is also known as 0.2 or 0.13. Okay, 192 times 0.13 is 24.96. Now that is not, oops, I'm running out of space here. There you go. 23.96. Does that make sense that that's our answer, that our new cost is $24.96? No, that doesn't make sense because that is just the tax. We have to add that to our original cost. So 192 plus 24.96 to get our total cost. Plus 24.96 equals, oh, that didn't work. It is going to be 116.92. 0.96. 216, sorry. 216.96. Does Math Joke Guy have enough money to buy this surfboard now that he got a 20% discount? He most certainly does. My alarm went off, sorry. Yeah, he most certainly does have enough money to buy it. Yay, so Math Joke Guy should be happy. Let's, oh, wait a second. Hello? He's where? Okay, well, that's all right. I just got a phone call, if you didn't see me answering the phone. And Math Joke Guy is live on location surfing with his new surfboard to tell you your math joke of the week. Let's go there now. Hi, I'm Math Joke Guy, surfing
know why 6 was afraid of 7? Huh?